Hello.
Good evening.
It's a little later.
9:09.
Just pretend it's 7 o'clock. Just pretend it's 7 plus some. We'll see if anybody joins in tonight because everyone that normally does is probably already
in bed.
asleep, or you should be sleeping at this hour.
Sorry we're late.
Like those old TV shows, people would say, "Who on earth would be calling us at this hour?" What would be that time for you that would make you say, "Who on earth is calling us at this hour?"
Because I was ready to go to bed, or because I thought it was just a rude time to call.
Wow, she said rude. I didn't say that. Sandra Rogers, Leslie, Hannah.
You could literally almost never wake me up with a phone call. So if you do call me late at night, I'm probably awake. But I'm always shocked when people call after 9:30.
9:30. Who on earth would be
10.
Facebook
After 10, I'm
living
really like, whoa.
from the church cafe at
But
this hour?
that's just for a call. A text is different. A message on Facebook is way different.
If you're sitting on one couch and she's sitting on the other one, that's just awkward. She's like, "Hey," she's like, "Danny,
It's
it's 9 o'clock.
It's
We
too
got
late for
to
that.
cut this off for the evening." Hey guys, we're a little bit later than normal, so we're thankful for those that are going to jump on here. Those that aren't, we'll catch you tomorrow.
You can watch it later.
But we did have, I think it sounded solid, the music
I
set.
hope so. It sounded solid to me.
We're in the church cafe where a few of you have broken bread before, right behind us here under these olive branches from Noah's Ark. This is actually a direct replica of the olive branch that the dove found.
Is
I
it?
don't know if I told you that.
Is that
before
how
right
I
now.
found it on Amazon when I ordered it?
Where was it made?
Israel.
Israel, Mount,
Amazon.
Mount, I should know
Amazon
that.
factory of Israel.
Ararat, Mount
Mount
Ararat.
Ararat.
That's how we roll. Bible memorization.
Amazon.com.
They sound fantastic.
This is from an Etsy store. The windows are not really from a church. They're from Etsy. And this is from Etsy.
Etsy could be a church. Mount Etsy.
That's not a church name.
Could be. Amber, Sandra, Susie. Glad everybody's watching tonight.
So glad to have you guys.
If you have a
here.
Bible, grab it. We're going to be in James chapter 4. I did get a little Dos Amigos to go earlier, not going to lie. I put it away about an hour ago.
I'm going to put mine away here shortly.
She hadn't eaten hers yet.
Don't feel sorry for me.
Don't
I
feel
had
sorry for
donut
her. Don't feel
holes
sorry for
before
her.
band practice.
Donut holes. We just keep going everywhere. Carolyn, welcome from Tennessee. So I hope you had a great Thursday. We had a very productive day, I think,
It was
had a
very
few,
super productive.
anytime I did my second pre-marriage counseling via Zoom today. That'll change your life.
There's a first and second time for everything.
And this was the second time, and it was adorable. They're so
At least they're precious and adorable.
Did I kick your foot?
Several times, yes.
Oh,
I also think it's funny that we
Footsie
ran
with
around
my
looking for a location to film, and we still
ended up with a giant.
Managed to
These
do it.
lights are amazing. Thanks, Lancaster, for real. These lights
there
are
are
killer.
lights everywhere.
This glow, you would think it's like that Natalie Grant thing with the white dove. Not in our
No,
church.
it's lights everywhere.
bright
we would
lights.
set up and think, oh,
If you
there's
look
a
up,
glare.
you can see the
I
glare
was
slash
actually talking
sweat
about
on my head.
the exit sign.
The
You can't
exit.
even see that it says exit.
Hopefully you're not. Hopefully we're all exited that way. You know what I mean? That
Not
was
today.
strategically played.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
So a couple of prayer updates. Somebody, Britt just asked for a prayer request for the family of a childhood friend. If you want to pray for Britt and want more information on that, comment on there for her. Yvonne Smith, I read that article when I was in the parking lot of Dos Amigos waiting for my curbside, which was amazing. And she said an article earlier about her cousin, Pastor Burt from Danielsville Baptist Church. Y'all, that's a cool story. If you're not friends with Yvonne, check it out. She might comment. Maybe Yvonne, you can comment below and let people read that thing because it's an amazing story. Doing much better. We'll
I'm
keep
going to
reading
read
now.
it tonight.
We're going to do
It's
this
gonna
first.
happen.
Miss Jean and Gerald, man, I'm glad you guys are on here tonight. I miss you guys, and I'm looking forward to Gerald. I'm looking forward to our men's group. It's going to be, I think, starting back up on Monday. I think Monday or Tuesday. We're getting that figured out.
We're going to Zoom.
We're doing something. It's going to be good.
That's good. I don't know. I'm laughing. I'm
She
excited.
just thinks it's funny.
No, it is. And
Very
today
good.
was a good day. We, sorry, were you ready to move on?
I'm a patient man.
We don't have to talk about today. It's
Talk
fine.
about it. Tell
I
me what
can't
you did.
remember this morning actually. We did schoolwork with kids, and
Yeah, they did some schoolwork.
you wrote a sermon.
Wrote a sermon on Acts chapter 2. Solid. It's good. That's some good.
The middle of today
Whoever
is
wrote the
solid.
Bible is really good because that book of Acts is solid.
Acts is solid. I'm excited to
It's
go
going
to
to be really
sermon.
good. Luke wrote it. Luke wrote that chapter, that book.
Anyway, then we got to go and see the baby We met the baby.
Not our baby.
From a distance.
Not our baby.
My
Our
new
sister's
nephew, baby Abbott. He is
Baby
adorable and precious and tiny.
He is cute.
The
Head full of
kids
hair.
put masks on. It was hilarious.
Hey, you gotta
Our
be careful in
kids
this
put
day and age.
masks on, and we did not get near the baby. Don't worry.
They put a mask on the baby. You know, he's 5 days old. We
No,
figured he's old
we
enough to wear a
didn't.
mask and gloves.
Anyway, we did.
It was a
do
good
that.
day. Then we
It was
came
a
by
good
the
day.
church. So if
Now we
you
can
are
go.
around
Sorry, I
on
didn't mean to
Sunday,
jump ahead.
check us out Sunday morning on the website, Facebook, Vimeo, all kinds of things, YouTube. We're going to be all
10
over the place. 10 a.m. All right, let's jump into this thing, y'all. This book is packed. So if you're like, oh, it's 9:30, I don't want a Bible study, we'll
Here
see
we
you later.
go.
You know,
This
we're
is
going
a
to jump
lot.
in.
It's a lot we're gonna
He
hit.
is hardcore parkour right here. So
Literally every verse.
every verse. I say let's just read through this
Let's
thing.
do it.
All right. He says in verse 1, what is the source of quarrels and conflicts among you? That's a good question.
What is the
Let's
source?
put each other on the spot, Shantae. What is the source of your conflict? You know that Alphys episode? They're like,
Justin, that one's for you. You can watch
here
it.
you go. Is not the source of your pleasures that wage war in your members? He's talking about the body. Your lust, and you lust, you don't have. You commit murder. That's hardcore, James. You are envious, you can't obtain, so you fight and you quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask with the wrong motives, so that you may spend it on your pleasures.
Wow.
This is James. Don't get mad at us. This is James, brother Jesus, the apostle. He says, you adulteresses. What if that was a sermon title?
What if
Sunday?
this was a letter? What if this was a letter?
If you wrote this letter to church people today, they would be dipping out in the droves. They'd
What
be
if
like, I know
someone
he did. Just
wrote
call me
this
that.
letter to Lake Point, Madison? You'd be like, who is he talking
Snap.
about?
You adulteresses. That's what we should title it. Hey, James.
Everybody be like,
Don't
it
read the
was
comments.
not me.
It's
I
just
did
crazy.
not murder
James is saying
anyone."
stuff. Let's say it for the third time. You adulteresses. Do you not know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Or do you think that the scripture speaks with no purpose? He jealously desires a spirit which he has made to dwell in us, but he gives greater grace. That's a great line. He gives greater grace. He gives greater grace. Therefore it says, God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble.
That's a good ending to that very harsh.
That was harsh
He
stuff.
calls them out on all these very specific,
But James didn't play
harsh
around.
sins.
He,
Do you think he's actually talking for real? Jokes aside, is he talking to murderers, adulterers,
Unless you don't, that's a rough church right
or
there.
is he
That's a
just
church.
saying like, in your mind, you judge these people, so you've murdered
I
them?
think it would be a fun, whenever we get back in the building, I think it would be wonderful. No, that would be terrible. It would be kind of fun and weird. But it'd be like, okay, to the 4 murderers that are in the room, you know, you're listening, you know, everybody would be like, wait, what? Me? You? Him? No,
you mean
I don't.
like from a sermon? You're
From a
just gonna
sermon,
say
just
that?
randomly
Like
say
you
that
know
and see if
there
people
are
start
people
sweating
that-
out. But no, I think he is. I mean, he's calling out folks that are lusting and envious. So he's saying you fight, you quarrel, you murder. I personally think when Jesus says people had said to him, I've never murdered anybody, he said, right, but you've attacked their character. You have attacked them in your mind, like you've
Hopefully
gone after
that's
them.
what he's-
But all jokes aside, all the sins are covered. I mean, I think every sin that's ever been committed is probably represented in the church at some point.
Well, I
you
say
know.
hopefully. I guess it's actually worse if he's being figurative, because then it really is us.
Then it. Thanks,
I'm just
James.
saying, like,
Thanks,
I've not
James.
actually murdered anyone ever, but
But he says here, be aware. I think he's leading towards saying, like, be aware of what your envy and your lust and your quarreling can lead to. You know, be aware of those things. A lot of times, the small bickering or the small, I don't want to say small lusting, that's not good, but like the small desire, you know, like the random thing that comes in your mind, you're like, I'll just camp out there for a second. I think James is clearly saying here, don't camp out there.
Yeah,
You
stay away.
cannot be in both camps at the same time. He's saying stay away from those things. God gives grace, but what does he say? But he's opposed to the proud. We talked about that last night, this idea that pride and selfishness leads to just about every sin.
All kinds of evil.
Evil, he says, from hell. James is hardcore, but it's so true. It's so true, knowing that envy and quarreling. He says you don't have because you don't ask, and you're asking for the wrong motives. I think there he's talking about the Lord. He's saying you don't have these things because you're not asking the Lord for these things.
it's another verse that's taken way out of context a lot. Just says you don't
have not because you ask not.
But he
Okay.
literally follows it up by saying, and when you do ask, you don't get it because you're not
Get the
asking
wrong
for the right."
motives.
So that he's not saying, if you would just ask for $1 million, God God
Bam! You have not because you asked not. You're absolutely right. That's not what he's saying.
For $1 million.
He's saying check your heart first.
Have to be right.
Your motives have. He says he gives you the desires of your heart, but first he wants to have your heart before he gives you those desires. So that's a good one. So if you're struggling because the Lord hadn't answered a prayer in your life, now also hear this: the Lord doesn't always answer the prayers in our lives the way we want Him to answer them. Like the Lord,
true.
He's God. He's bigger than us. He can do things that we might not like or.
He knows the whole story.
He knows the bigger picture. So I would encourage you, if you are currently praying for something or someone specifically, and they have a need in your life, then I would encourage you to be praying for that and to trust the Lord in it. Let me see what this one says.
Amelia wants to know, where is our church? Amelia, we are in Madison, Georgia.
Amy, is this Amy, right? Amy Kelly.
Probably.
Mercy, Amy. Praying for you, girl. Praying for your family this week. I choose to pick up Amelia. We called you Amy back in the day. I know you're little Amy.
I was about
Now
to say,
you're
how
not.
do you
You're
guys,
like grown
did
Amy.
you guys
No,
have
Amelia, right? Amy, we used to pick you up. Amy Kelly for church, I think. Yep.
Oh.
Girl, Damascus days. We're in Madison, so we're in Morgan County, about an hour, 10 minutes
Towards Atlanta
west
from
of our exit. You know what I'm talking about, Appling Harlem exit. So you'd love for you too, Amy Kelly. I'm still
1 mile off of 113.
I'm still Danny. 1 mile off 113. Amy, I will message you in a little while and give you some more details on
nice to meet
it. Check
you,
us out
Amy.
Sunday at 10, Amy. You can watch our service live on here. Still in Appling, girl. Born and raised, the APP.
Appling is a great place to be.
So as we keep going in James chapter 4, he goes right after that. He says in verse 7, submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. That's some good stuff. He says, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Y'all, and I won't try to, because one is echoey in the foyer, in the cafe.
It is echoey.
But also because this stuff right here would just preach all day long. So I'm just going to be honest. I could have avoided a lot of messy things in my life if I would have done a better job of resisting the devil at certain times in my life. Like, you don't resist the devil, it's going to go one direction. He says, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. There's some wisdom in that. So maybe somebody is being reminded of that tonight. Say, you know what? You want to do like the Lord wants you to do? Just resist him. Say, no, devil, not today. Like we're gonna do things this way. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
And
Draw
also,
near
you
to
don't
God.
have to be afraid of the devil. Sometimes things in life get scary, and fear can seem very real, but you don't have to be afraid. So if there's ever a time where you feel like the devil is near, that would be a scary time, I would imagine. And all you have to do is resist him, and he has to flee. You cannot stay in the presence of God.
That's
So
right.
if that's something that you are literally afraid of, or you feel like something dark or heavy is close by, that seems super spiritual. But really, he can't stay. So you resist him, and he has to flee.
Resist him, and he has to flee. And keep going down that spiritual road, because I think somebody might need to hear. Like, he has to flee you if you resist him. But Scripture also makes it very, very clear. I don't know why my wedding finger's on my index finger. I do that all the time. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to lose it one day. I get it.
He's going to have to explain why I lost it.
But you resist the devil, and he will flee. But also, and I'm a big fan of this. I've just done it the last few years specifically. But if you speak the name of Jesus over a situation or over a moment, old school church, and I think a lot of the old school church, some of the stuff needs to be brought back into modern church. Like if you plead the blood of Jesus over things, I've had family members that have done that for us and our children. There is so much power in that. And the devil can't. He cannot stand. Watch out.
Sorry.
He cannot stand.
My stool.
Earthquake. It's crazy.
It's good
Getting
to
late.
see that. Wow.
But no, for real, he can't stand in that. So I would encourage you, and it might sound crazy. We've sounded crazy before. I probably sound crazy right now.
Fear makes you sound crazy.
Fear makes you sound
feel
crazy.
crazy when you are afraid of something and no one else is
That's right.
in that fear with you, but that doesn't make it any less real. So if you are afraid of anything, it's just good advice. You can just pray. We've taught our kids, even when they're scared in the night of dark, we just teach them to pray and sing Jesus Legend. Use the name of Jesus literally, and it will help.
That's right.
And it really
like
does.
Zachary says, no, don't be scared of the devil, but the devil's scared of you. That'll preach,
right.
Zachary Stewart. And like we
Spoken
did, I
over
think,
Marine.
on this little come my room Marine, on our marriage retreat, we were talking about the scripture, I think here, where it says the devil sneaks around like a roaring lion. But y'all, we as Christians know that the most the devil can ever do to Christians is raise up his teeth, and that's it. He can't bite. He can't follow through. all he can do is raise up the teeth and try to intimidate. And he knows how to intimidate. He knows what you're afraid of, what I'm afraid of, what we're afraid of. He'll go for those things. But if we resist him, we've got to resist him. I love James because he's very black and white. He's like, all right, you want to resist the devil? Very next verse. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners. Purify your hearts, you double-minded. So what is he saying there? I think, and this is again, for different times in my life, probably a couple times in Shawnee's life, like for some Christians even, I feel, and I was a youth minister for a long time, even getting to work with people now, even working with myself now, knowing that sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to resist the devil. But James doesn't say just resist the devil by yourself, or resist the devil and continue to stand or sit or watch whatever is like tempting you in front of you. He's saying you resist the devil. You get out of that situation and draw near to God, and the Lord will draw near to you. This is where, and I hear Rob Rainer's voice when I say this kind of stuff, because Rob Rainer's always telling me, Dang, just turn on some Christian music. Just get some Christian music playing in the background. Get on the radio station, put on the Pandora, because he's like, just get that in the air, like have that stuff playing in the background.
Clear your mind.
If it's not just you, like have somebody else. I hope and pray that everybody on here has at least one other person in your life. And it's not weird at all. I had somebody yesterday reach out and say, hey, I'm going through something. There's nothing wrong with having somebody that you can reach out to and say, I need to talk to you for a little bit. Right. I need you to be with me for a little bit.
And that's a humbling experience, which is, I think, why he goes straight into turn your, be humble, lament and mourn and weep. And then let your laughter be turned to mourning, let your joy to gloom. He's saying, humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. But it is a humbling thing to realize that you've gotten yourself into a mess, and you need to draw near to God, even in your sinfulness, and maybe ask for help from a friend, which is going to feel like
But you will know and find out.
He
will lift you up. And if it's a true Christian brother or sister, this is the call of all of us Christians. If you identify as a Christian right now, our call in life is to be the type of people to other Christians that when they call or reach out, our first response is, oh, I'm here. Like our first response is, we will get through this. Sometimes you got to unpack some stuff and say, this is a mess. Like it's going to take a while to get out of it, but there's nothing wrong. It's very, very biblical to say first, we're going to say we're here with you. First, we're going to say we're here with you.
Yep.
Piano worship. Oh, I love piano worship music. Instrumental. Serena, we probably went to the same station. True story.
Probably. She has a specific one.
Oh, she's got a specific one on YouTube. Hey, do you know that song? It sounds good with the echo.
Tell me the song. I don't know.
Humble thyself. You learned as a teenager.
You know I know that.
Humble thyself.
That was a trick
in the
question
sign of the
because
Lord.
he knows I know it.
In verse 11, he gets more specific here. So it says, you want some more instruction? He says, do not speak against one another, brethren. Don't speak against one another. And he's talking about the brethren. He's talking about the church here. He's saying, church folks, don't talk about other church folks. He who speaks against a brother or judges his brother speaks against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge of it. There's only one lawgiver and one judge, the one who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? If you want, and some of us have lived through some of this stuff, some of y'all lived through some of this stuff. If you want to see a ministry or a church or a Christian relationship fall apart, start talking about each other.
It's true.
Start the gossip train. And sometimes people get frustrated, like, oh, you're getting kind of preachy. No, hear this. If you speak ill will towards another Christian out of the biblical context of like saying, hey, one-on-one Matthew 18 kind of stuff, he says here, James says, you are making yourself the judge of the law. And he says there's only one that's able to do that. So there again, I think he's tying us into the words, like the tongue.
I've seen very few things be more destructive than gossip in a church.
Yeah.
Very few things.
That'll tear some stuff
down. It usually leads to worse things, or maybe one thing is what you're gossiping about that would have been a bad enough problem, but then the gossip is what actually tears everybody apart. And I've seen it happen more than once. Yep. And I've seen it happen outside of church too.
Yeah, it happens all over the place.
I think there's a reason he's speaking to church.
He's speaking to a church here. He's saying, hey,
and
watch
let's be
this
clear, it's
here.
usually the women. So women, I know, I'm not saying you're saying it, I'm saying it, it's usually the women. It's not always just the women.
It's not always. There's some guys that talk.
But there are also, so you got to watch it. It's easy to do.
You got to watch that stuff.
It's easy to do.
And again, God wants us to get things out in the open. Like He wants us to address things. It's very, very biblical to address things in one another's lives. You know what I'm saying? He's saying don't judge, like don't go da-da-da-da. I think He is a fan, and we're going to get into that. Like He is a fan, saying like you exhort one another, you lift one another up. One of the ways you do that is to sharpen iron. You know, say, hey, we want to live a better, more godly life together. But he's saying that there's a right way, and Jesus says, and a wrong way to do that.
Well, I feel like it's easy to get caught up in a conversation that you shouldn't be in, and it's easy to contribute to a conversation that you shouldn't be contributing to. What I've had to learn is to follow the model, and Joanne Rayner is
She's godly.
She's top of the list in this regard.
Solid.
You will not hear that woman say a negative word about another person ever. Yeah. And I've learned since we've been at Lake Point so much from. There are ways to be in a conversation and to say, you know what, I'm going to excuse myself from this conversation.
Well, absolutely.
Without being.
And I would.
You don't have to say, hey, I'm not going to gossip about
no,
that. That's gossip. You just don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
My
man Denver, y'all remember Denver showing that? He was so good. One of the things I love about Denver still to this day is we would challenge each other. We'd hear something that we didn't agree with, or an off-color joke, or a comment, or a word, and he used to tell me at times of the day, just be silent in that moment. You talk about making a conversation awkward, because then the person that's telling the joke or saying the things like, don't you just kind of go.
Well, and we've all seen lately. We've seen all those things, especially now, about how you can share germs, and if one person stays home, then these 6 people, it's the same. If you are in a conversation and you feel that feeling like we shouldn't say this about this person, we're out of line, then that is the moment where you can shut your branch of that tree down, and all the people that would have heard it after that don't hear it, and so it's just it is like a wildfire. So it's one thing that you will.
And I would say one of the things that I've found, and I just want to encourage you, if you're in this time right now, or you have been and it's hurt you, or you will see it one day in the future, one of the things that we have found in our life as a family, in the church world, is that sometimes when the happens, when that happens, it's, to me, it's not even the initial that hurts the most, but sometimes the part where I have to refrain my tongue the most is when it gets through the train, or like it's going around the circle, and other people, you know what I mean? Like other people start commenting, well, let me tell you what I heard. Well, I heard da-da-da. That's the part, and I encourage you, whoever needs to hear it, I encourage myself to trust the Lord in that. Right. You know, like to say in that moment, pray it, speak it in that moment, I'm going to let God take care of this, because I promise, we've said it, say it the rest of us, He will take care of it, and He will take care of it in a way that we never could take care of it. Trust Him. He's faithful. That'll preach. Read those verses a few times. Verse 13, come now, you who say, this is some good stuff, right? We're in this season.
Applicable.
Come now, you who say, today, tomorrow, we'll go to such city, spend a year, engage in business. Time out. I don't know what life was like back in James's day, but what if tomorrow we're like, you know what? We're going to go to Raleigh, North Carolina for a year and do some such and such. We don't do that anymore. He says, you're doing some such and such here and there. Yet you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow. You don't know what your life's going to be like tomorrow. You are just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and also do this or that. So he says, do such and such or do this or that. But as it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. Therefore, to one who knows the right thing to do and doesn't do it, to him it is sin. I mean, so he's just covering like every possible base here.
He really covers every base. He covers a whole chapter.
But he does say there, and that's something I think I did a little bit more of 2 months ago, when you're like, hey, you know what? I'll get around to, and this is a silly one. I've confessed it before in a sermon. I'll get around to using the fishing pole that my kids gave me for Christmas 2 years ago. And it has sat, and don't judge. We just covered that stuff. Like, it sat in my garage for 2 years. If you know me, I like to have a good time. I like to laugh. I like to cut up. I'm pretty busy. But y'all, I haven't been fishing with my kids until this time in the quarantine. What does that mean for me when I read these verses? If you know something that the Lord is laying on your heart to do it. And could that be, I think God's called me to be a missionary to South Sudan. I've got a friend that's there. I'll hook you up for real in Uganda. I want to start an orphanage in Honduras. We've got friends that are there. To me, I think more of us, the Holy Spirit might be saying, I need you to spend some time with your wife. Go fishing with your kids, like the day-to-day stuff. Because he's saying, you know what tomorrow's going to bring? The Lord might just shut it all down. I used to read this
verse and it felt really ominous, like, I don't want to think about myself as a vapor that's so temporary and just the end of your life is near. And it is an ominous thing to say to somebody, like, your life is just a short period of time. And it is. That is all true. But I never read it in the sense of we might be at home for 6 or 7 or 8 weeks and literally not know when the government will decide, they've got their own disputes going right now.
As do a lot of Facebook folks.
When will we all go back to doing our quote unquote normal things? I pulled my calendar out of my, I have a little satchel for my schoolwork, and I pulled my daily planner that I have not looked at in 5 weeks out of my bag the other day, and I flipped through to April, and it's just in May, blank. And I can't tell you the last time I've seen a blank calendar. And just as a society, we were not doing this before.
No.
We were boasting about tomorrow. And there's not entirely wrong things about that. You can make big plans
Make
and
plans.
have things
Dream.
on
I'm
the
a fan of
calendar.
dreaming, and you had to go for those things.
But we really felt like we had a control over our lives a lot more than we really did.
Yeah.
And now we realize it. We
It's a-
really can't control if our business is
don't
open
control.
or closed, if our church has people sitting in the chairs or not. If you had told me that we would have these 6 or 7 weeks of our chairs
Empty.
being completely empty,
Right.
I would have laughed a year ago.
I mean, that's kind
We've been through some crazy stuff, but that's
That's
totally not
takes
on
the
the
cake.
list. But now I feel like I really can say I can read these verses with a new perspective of if the Lord wills, we will get back in this building, and I know we will.
It adds a new spin on the old truth of give us this day our daily bread. Like when Jesus says, like, Lord, let not my will, when Jesus says not my will, but thy will be done. And I think we say that in church a lot. Those that have grown up kind of in Christian areas, we're like, yeah,
But you're still
Lord
making
willing,
your
like
plans.
Lord willing. But think about that, how many times have we said, well, Lord willing, I'm gonna get that job. Like, but at the same time, don't get me wrong, like I think the truth in it is like the foundation's true. Because you're like, well, if the Lord wills it, it'll happen. I personally have taken that out of
I think
context.
I knew it in my
before.
head, but now I know it. What
Now
it
I'm
feels
like,
in
for
my heart.
real. So now we're like, Lord willing,
We will all
we'll
do
figure this
X,
thing
Y,
out.
Z.
We'll have donuts on
Right.
this thing
Right.
one day. I don't know when, but one day, if the Lord wills it.
But the take home from this little paragraph is if you know what good to do and you do not do it, that's a sin. And so
Yep.
if the Lord is laying something on your heart in your family, in our church, in our community, do it. Help us.
Do it.
Help us help you do it. We want to start those things
want to
because
start those
He's
things.
putting that on your heart for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we need to do.
What is that? Who said that?
I don't know.
All it takes for the devil to win is for good people to do nothing or something like that.
I don't think it was Martin Luther King.
I don't know who it was. It was either that or Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Could
I
have
don't
been
know.
Winston Churchill.
It was some
It's
person.
late, and we
Somebody
should
calls.
not be quoting
But,
history facts.
But I
by
love
memory.
it. It says, yeah, if you know the right thing to do. I mean, James concludes with the bang, though. It says, if you know the right thing to do and you're not doing it, it's sinful. Thanks, James.
So you have all these things you should not be doing, and you
Should
know
not
you're not
be
doing them. And he's like, in case I missed anything, let me also throw this out
Oh,
there.
wow.
Also do all the
James
good
got
that
it.
you know you should be doing.
It's good
I'll
stuff.
get it
Again,
back.
James is a good book. If you're wanting to deepen your Christian faith or tighten some things up, y'all, this is a great, and it's an easy read. It's
a
like
great
2
time.
pages in the Bible, 3 pages. Just read through it and say, okay, Lord, these are very, very easy, like written out easy, not easy to do, but easy,
Well, it's
like
almost a
bullet
to-do
points.
list.
A
Yeah.
to-do list of like, hey, I want to try to do some of this. So I'd encourage you to try to do some of those things. That's all I got. Go eat some chimichangas.
I'm about to.
We might even
Dinner.
nuke them. Hey, I don't know who donated. I didn't really. This is terrible for me to share. I don't know who
I'm sorry.
donated
I'm
the
sorry.
2-liter Sam's Choice Cola that was in the refrigerator, but my children and I devoured
Oh,
it
I don't think that's true.
an hour and a half
think-
ago,
can
and it
we
wasn't
all
even
agree?
open. If it was
Oh,
open,
it wasn't open.
but it was open, it'd
Oh,
be
you
flat.
open
You know
it,
Sam's
too.
Choice Cola, it'd be flat.
All right,
flat,
friends
flat.
of you who are in ministry,
Sorry.
you know good and well
Sorry,
that if you are a
everybody.
church family member and you open a new 2-liter in the church refrigerator, you have
So
broken
sad.
a rule. If
Broken
it's already open and half empty, it's game.
But y'all, you know how nasty.
Same
it
with
is.
goldfish. Same goes with
It's so
the
nasty.
peppermints. You know, if you're, you know.
But you know what? It's not the same one.
You broke
Check
a
out.
rule.
You think
You
we're
broke a
abiding
rule.
by the rules when even nobody else in the stinking building? We don't have just one. We have 2. And Clorox wipes. So some of you are going to come try to break in the church tomorrow to get these jokers.
If
Like,
you need them, we'll
if
let
you need
know.
them,
They've been sitting untouched.
you go that way.
until
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they've been here.
Kevin Kelly said it was from a Wednesday night dinner. Thanks, Wednesday night team. We
Thanks.
appreciate
You know what
all
happened to
the dinners
Ananias
that
and
we used to
Sapphira? Is that
have.
who it was? Heaven help us. That y'all, it's not offering. I'm trying to be
Don't
honest.
tell a lie.
I'm not
Do
lying.
not.
I want
Do
to
not
confess
lie.
it. I'm in the fire. You're welcome. He says you're welcome. Hope y'all have a wonderful night
We
tonight.
also do have to replace a thing of garlic toast.
I've got a list. I'm not going to lie.
We have a
I'm going to
list.
replace them. I promise I'm
We
going to
couldn't
replace
find
them.
garlic toast at the store, and we knew
I
we
did.
needed it, and we came in and got out of the
I did.
casserole.
I should have left a sticky note.
We
but I
have a
didn't.
list to replace.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. I'd leave a sticky note right now from doing that stuff.
We're confessing our sins
But
to you. It's
I'm
late.
confessing my sins to the world through the 35 people on Facebook. Tonight, if you are, they ate youth candy. See, it could have been worse. Tonight, if you get a chance,
The
if
youth
Josh
candy's a whole
Lamford,
different thing.
if Josh Lamford is still in here, Josh, if you scroll back up, you'll see him on the comments. Josh is having elbow surgery tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow. So if you get a chance, reach out to the Lamfords. Just comment, let them know. If you have their number, give them a call and just check in. It's a crazy time to have any kind of surgery.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh, we're going to be praying for you in that. And keep praying for other folks on our list. We're thankful for you. You got anything else?
I don't think so. I think all my news is good news, so we're good. It's getting late and I'm hungry.
I don't think so. Well, I declare.
I haven't had dinner. I'm tired.
Take care of yourselves. Billy Kitchens. Waltz. How are the casseroles?
Actually, there's quite a few casseroles.
Y'all are knocking that casserole out of the park.
Right?
For
There are
real.
quite a few
Hey,
casseroles.
if you
Check
know
to see.
somebody who is in need for real,
Seriously,
we've
we
had
probably need to
a
cycle
few
those
families that
through.
have had a baby now. Man, if we could get some meals over.
The baby got a casserole.
Did they get a casserole?
He did
To
get
the
it.
Keys.
Well, the Keys need one. We need to take that baby.
To the Keys, Linda Ramey had surgery, and for real, anybody that's had surgery or has a need, we have
If
an
you can think
exceptional
of
ministry.
someone that is in need of food, let's get it out.
We have a
It's
deep freezer
reach-
here at the church, and it's stocked with homemade
If you're on the
casseroles from some of our
casserole
homemade
team
casserole
and you want
makers.
to make a casserole,
Absolutely
I'll let
amazing.
you in, or somebody can let you in, and we'll replenish.
Absolutely amazing. We're thankful for that.
It's a great
So
ministry.
let's keep that going. All right, we will see everybody. I think we're gonna
Tomorrow night is James 5,
tomorrow night's James 5.
and I'm thinking I'm going to start looking at the plans for next week. Are we on for next week? Just think about it.
I don't even know why I'm doing this.
I don't either. I think we're going to do this next week, right?
That's the plan. We'll be doing this
So
next week.
I might go
Josh,
plan
we're
shopping
gonna
on the Bible app, and if you have a plan that sticks out to you, let me know.
That's right.
We can always do.
It smells so strong. I can't breathe right now.
I'm breathing it in. I don't know.
Heaven help
He
us.
really got himself good.
Y'all, if you breathe that stuff in, it'll take you out. It'll take you out.
We should not do this
I
live
can't
stream at
breathe.
9:30. It's not.
Yep.
Not okay. If there's a book of the Bible you like, we can still do that too. But I think I'm gonna look for one just in case,
Y'all, if you don't know,
so
my
we can
voice
tell
is
you.
gone.
So we can tell you.
Amelia Lynn, we call her Amy.
Amy,
Amy's
thanks
on
for
there. She's
joining
doing our
us.
conversation. She's asking for prayers. If you're up for praying for her, Sarita, some of our prayers from you for real strong.
Amanda Lee.
If you don't mind, comment under Amanda's and let's get some. Amy, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Amy.
and also Jennifer, I just remembered, cousin Jennifer in New York has a friend who has lost her mother and needs our prayers, and also a young lady that's on a ventilator with COVID-19, and she's worked with her for years. So those two people, I
Be praying for
think
those
it's
folks.
a little late for Jennifer to be on tonight, but
Thank you for your pastor.
yeah, nicely done.
I'm trying.
Um,
Somebody
but
else.
just be in prayer for those
Susie Means, and now
in
we're just
New York.
rambling. I know we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes
I'm
or something.
sorry. So
Susie
sorry.
Means said thanks earlier. Thank you, church family, which she took. We had a lot of folks that gave a lot of
Oh, for the
masks,
clinic.
and she took them to her daughter.
Great.
So we're thankful for that. All right, we're going to head out.
Amy,
praying
we
for
will
you,
be
girl.
praying for you.
So thankful you're here tonight. We will see everybody tomorrow night
Tomorrow
at
night.
7.
At
ish.
7,
And
on
probably on
time.
our back porch. I'm not
That
gonna,
we are not going
I'm
to
not going
breathe
to
in
be
hand
sniffing
sanitizer.
hand sanitizer anymore. That shut it down. It's the last thing I want to sniff in this cafe.
I almost struggled and recovered, and then you
I
did it
dare
on
you to
purpose.
do it right
I'm
now. I
not
will give
doing
you
it.
$20 right
I
now.
will not
if
give
you
in to
take
peer
this.
pressure. No, sir. That's a hard no.
No peer pressure for her. All right, guys.
You guys
we'll
have a
see
great Thursday night.
Holla back.